how long can I truly survive out in the wild? This isn't a film about extreme overlanding.
I'm telling you, this just doesn't make sense.
It's not about me attempting some crazy stunts in Baja California trying to impress someone. Sometimes I just want to hang back, relax, and be social.
Mucho gusto. Yeah. I have lost about...
And that is what this video is all about. Just a guy with his unconventional home living off-grid, trying to disconnect on the beaches of Baja California.
Today we're going to be living off-grid for the next few days. But first thing first, let's get some water. And I want to tell you guys something important about the solar that I got on top of my hood, because they're really saving me right now, but I'll get to that in just a little bit later. So for my expedition down south, I have two 20 liters. So this is 5 gallons and 5 gallons. This is for my dishes and this is for my drinking water. I decided to go with a metal water bottle like this because plastic tends to break off in the heat and that gets into your water, that's what you drink, so it gets into your body. So I decided to buy and invest a premium jug right here. It's about 135 bucks, but this is essentially just for my dishes, and this should last me about 1 week or so, but it really depends on how hot it is and how much water I want to drink. Let's go meet our friends. If you had told me 5 years ago that I'll be living out of my Model X off-roading, I would have never believed you. My tire deflator, it's super tiny, but it's perfect for my setup. And I'm gonna lower the PSI so I have more surface area in my tire, because the road up here now is gonna get all mushy. And this is not my first time being here, actually. I just went into town yesterday to resupply. But the soft can be sand, and my car weighs about 6,000–7,000 pounds. Fat Beluga. She's been doing great, but I still want to air down. So I'm gonna air down to 30 PSI. I think that's sufficient. My air suspension and lowering my PSI, driving on these really bumpy roads feels like I'm driving on a cloud. So soft. The spot that we're going to, she invited me to last week, and I've been spending a few days with her, and we've kind of formed a village on the beach.
with some locals and some people from all over the world, and it's just so exciting to be part and feel heard once in a while. You know, I spend so much time by myself, and I'm an introvert by nature, but having this community around me is really, really nice. There's my crew, my people. A little village at the sea. So now let me introduce you to my crew. So this is Sloane. So she does YouTube as well, searching for Sloane, and I found her, well, here. And then found. And then we have Zoe, one of her pups. Yeah. And then Psyche, because he's psycho, always wants to be petted. Yeah, I know. She's gonna give me kisses on these. She's gonna give kisses. And we have one local guy here, Ruben. This is Ruben, the local.
Mucho gusto.
Neighbor.
Vecino.
Vecina. La cena. Vecina. Neighbor. No, gracias. But that's Ruben.
Mucho gusto.
Mucho gusto. Well, we know each other. Don't pretend this is our first time. So, you're from this town?
San José, yes, of course, yes.
Oh, so.
San José del Cabo.
Si quieres, te puedes hablar en español.
¿Sí?
¿Sí?
De San José del Cabo.
So,
Yes. Mucho gusto.
mucho gusto. Yeah. And we've been hanging out, and this is kind of our city out here. And what do you think about this thing?
Gorgeous.
Gorgeous.
Fabuloso.
But what would a Mexican say? What would a Mexican say?
Chingón.
Chingon. So that's the new word, chingon.
Muy chingón.
Muy chingon. So the rest of this village is all going into town, like I did last night, to restock their supplies. Essentially, it's really cool to be off-grid like this, because this is the first time I've been off-grid, I think 5 days, and I'm gonna go off-grid again. So I have some extra supplies. But first thing first, let's make some lunch. And then I'll introduce you to the whole crew and then explain what's going on with my battery system, because it is really frustrating. Toaster? ¿Cómo se dice? Tostador.
Tostador.
So Ruben is also my Spanish teacher, part-time. ¿Sí?
A veces.
A veces.
Cuando se puede.
And this is how I make my tacos. I just put the tortillas.
La panadería. Ay, cabrón.
Mira.
First time I see this.
Sí, wow, ¿en serio?
Sí. Nuevo invento.
Sí. Mira, y tengo, so I made this the other day, just some leftovers, heating them up.
Las sobras.
Las sobras. Pero no sé qué es eso.
¿Cómo estás? Aquí el 9 pounds.
Mira, Zoe ya está esperando.
Sorry.
Mira, dígame, ¿es this Mexican o no?
No, es universal.
Universal.
Comida universal.
So this is universal. I try my best with the stuff I had.
But on the ocean is like for rich guys.
The ocean?
Close. I mean, even here in the ocean is like a rich guys.
Yeah, we're rich.
Yes.
So I want to introduce you guys to Dustin. He's been kind of our local guy here, our support team. Whenever we needed something fixed, he's been helping us. And it's one of the reasons why I went to the town was to grab bread. And halfway on my way back here, I ended up turning around because I forgot the one thing I was gonna give him, which was bread. I love it. Thanks, dude. Yeah, that's your bed. I had to turn back around. Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. This is Dustin. I love it.
Did you wear that to your sushi date?
All about it.
You should have.
Yeah.
It's that high quality stuff right here.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, but I had to drive back, halfway back, because I'm like, I forgot the one thing that I was gonna get Dustin.
True friend right
Yeah.
there.
Well, I have plenty of range, so I could like around. Welcome.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah, dude.
It's not like he's actually driving.
No, but you're not. Also, it's not like I'm actively driving, so.
Wow. I just realized how tan I look. But what I wanted to say is, as I'm looking back over the last year of traveling across the US and Canada and then all over Europe, is friendships, they hit deeper, I think, because the way I choose to live my life. They tend to be short, but the people that I do get to come across, yeah, they have a special place in my heart. And sometimes, yeah, I really do say that I feel like I'm abandoning people and places. But I guess this is all kind of part of the journey. If that makes sense. Maybe not. Maybe it's too late. Maybe I should go to bed because I'm just going to ramble on all night. Okay, well, I'll see you guys. Have a good night.
Now that I'm posted up, and I'm so grateful that I have the solar because I've ran into this problem. It's kind of frustrating, and it's happened to me last year. So I'm trying to dissect exactly what the problem is. But right now I'm getting 102 watts of solar from the solar panels that I just recently built out. It's 125 by a company called Meter Solar. And that essentially is, you have the junction boxes here down below, and that gets wired all the way through the firewall, all the way to the back to the EcoFlow, which that's where I have the issue with. Back here, I have a 12 volt DC cigarette outlet. So this is essentially the plug for my EcoFlow. And when I wanted to build this out, I wanted to have dual input for the EcoFlow because I'm very dependent on it for cooking, for my Starlink. My fridge is powered by it, and then some other external batteries that I have, like my flashlights, my headphones. It's all powered by that, so I'm very dependent on it. But for whatever reason, this thing just stopped working yesterday. Here I have my EcoFlow. It sits underneath the kitchen. It is zip tied to my kitchen, so it's like an anchor, a counterweight. And then I have two PV1s inlet. So this is the solar that I built, and then this is the car charger, the DC. And I replaced the cable already. Last year I had the same issue. I ended up swapping this cable out, the 12 volt, with a new one. But it's still giving me issues, so I'm like confused why this is going on. It could be because my car has a 16 volt battery up front underneath here instead of a 12 volt. There's a 16 volt down below, and that is a 12 volt rated DC charger. So yeah, it's chaotic in the background here right now. Everybody's moving in or moving out. We have some new neighbors as well right there. And then some people are going to town. It's crazy. Anyways, we're trying to figure this out because I need this to work to drive to Central and South America. Time to bring out the tools. So this is a T30. Okay.
That is going well. Okay. Can't lose these screws because I only have one. Oh, asco, damn it. Maybe going this exact direct route maybe was not the best idea because I can't move any of this because of my kitchen that's here. Because this is all kind of put together like this. I can kind of see behind here, but yeah, I just. Mi cocina. Okay, número dos. There we go. That's the pin. Great. This should come loose. There we go. Okay, try to be as careful as I can. Okay, great. Let's put this in PV1. It's working right now. I've got it. I just switched to cable, but then it disappears. This is really a head scratcher. I don't know. I don't know. I brought my friend Dustin here to help me out. And we just can't figure it out. We've done a bunch of tests that I did the other day too. And it is working right now because we have this little mini inverter and it's giving us 16 volts.
Yeah, it's getting 15.4. 15.44.
I'm telling you, this just doesn't make sense. I mean, there's probably a reason why this is happening. I've been here for 5 days now, and I have lost about 20% worth of battery because of my own mistake. Here's what happened. So what's really nice is that the Tesla has this graph where you can see exactly what your energy consumption is over the last few days while you're driving. But because I've been sitting here, right, it even shows me what I've been using the last few days, 20%, which is a lot. Ideally, normally 1 to 2% per day, but it's about 3 to 4% because I forgot to turn off Sentry mode, which I like, it's a common theme. Sentry mode has been recording, and anytime somebody gets near the car or when I walk away with it while it's locked, it starts recording, and there's a bunch of dogs running around here, so it's constantly recording. So that is like a third of all my expenditure is going to Sentry mode that actually I don't need. So if you're gonna camp out like this, just throw Sentry off, just disable like right here. That's it. What a day, what a day. Yeah, I still haven't figured that out, that 12 volt DC. It's a mystery to me right now. I think that the real limiting factor to overlanding with my AV isn't necessarily range. It is really how long I can ration my food and water. With 40 liters or 10 gallons of water that I carry with me, I know I can comfortably live here for the next 1 to 2 weeks. That's the same as all the other people overlanding with me in this small community. Using about 2 to 3% of battery per day isn't a big problem with all the comforts that my electric home provides. Let's keep pushing boundaries together, and I will see you in the next one.